Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for Monday, January the 27th. We have a very heavy week in reference to news items. Nothing for today, but we start tomorrow morning at 8:30 with core durable goods. We have CB consumer at 10 a.m. We have crudes at 10:30 Wednesday, including FOMC. We also have an FOMC press conference. Thursday, important GDP information, and Friday we have more employment cost index, personal spending, and our famous Chicago PMI. So make sure that you keep an eye and take a peek every single morning before you start trading. Make it part of your trading routine in order to go in here and try to make sure that you are aware of potential reports that may be impacting our trading within the hours of our operations. Let's quickly jump to our analysis today. First significant retracement that we've had in the market since the last correction bar here was probably on the 8th. So about almost 20 days later, a little over 20 days later, we had our first significant bar. We spoke about it on Friday, the fact that we had sort of like this area of resistance here and support, these two areas, the high and the low, and the market was ranging between them. And I said to you, it could potentially get down to the 20 SMA. It would have to be a big, long bar like that. We haven't had one of those in a long time. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. It only comes to prove that this is all probabilities, and the market will ultimately do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. I measured a fib from this swing low to the all-time high here, and basically this was a 38% retracement. Now we've broken below it, and we're dancing right around the 61%. Now, if the market continues lower, which is what we're expecting to, at least initially, we can see the market come down to the 50. And now all of a sudden we went through our short-term Fibonacci, and now we're getting into our longer-term Fibonacci. And what I mean by the longer-term Fibonacci is the fib from this area here, from this last swing low, way back when, to the all-time high. And as you can see, now we're talking potentially coming down to a 38%. Well, I already had it under a 38% retracement around that area, and so on and so forth. So, and of course, the 61 lines up with the 200 SMA here and this trend line. So keep your eyes open for that. Volume looks extremely heavy this morning compared to what we had last the session before that. We do have a gap here, folks. We do have a nice extensive gap here in every time frame here. So what are we expecting today? This is a little bit of dichotomy, because we have a market that we're expecting to continue lower, and every single resistance that you can think of is above us. You can see a bit more clearly here in our other time frame here. You can see it right here. We have the intraday high, intraday low, right in the middle of the gap. We have this resistance, this support, which now became resistance, and this potential run continued to run to the downside. You can actually look at it this way, as a double resistance here, a double support here. So now this support has two resistance levels above it. On top of that, it has the intraday low, and then of course, then we have the top of the gap. So this is one of those days that we've had recently where we're starting expecting a certain movement dynamic in the market, yet we also have this elephant in the room called the gap. So we'll see how the market is going to react to that shortly. Let's look at our trade chart here. And again, here's what I was talking. There's our gap, break way below yesterday's intraday low, the last session's low, the incredible amount of volume that we've had overnight. We've had these runs, clear consolidations, runs, clear consolidation. Looks like the market wants to make another run, potentially to this area. We'll see if this area holds here. If it moves lower, then it's going to be probably the same pattern. Now, remember, the old elephant in the room, like I said, is this gap. What is the market going to do with this gap? It's going to be very interesting today. Remember our reports, nothing on the reports today, but remember the week is going to be loaded with reports. Keep your eyes open for those reports. Have a great trading session. Let me know if you have any questions. Ciao.